Jets get set to face off with the San Francisco 49ers. 2 1-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
For the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3
and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Lets it go for Nelson. And that's caught inside the 35. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
San Francisco.
Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force them into a field goal.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Jets nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing quickly, Darnold, that's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 4th down, rookie Braden Mann will punt for the Jets. Waiting on it will be Richie James. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Garoppolo's going to give to Mostert. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the
good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
To throw on 3rd and 2. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Down 49ers.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, Mostert. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
The tackle.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out.
56-yard attempt.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Jets nothing.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's coming. We got double up. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Now Balaj. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run here with Balaj. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kalen Balaj. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Good.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Tigers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now on 2nd and 13, Garoppolo. This is caught at the 20. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20.
Pickup of 44 yards.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Coleman, the 49er ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
First and goal.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Here we go. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles about the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Pirine. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Setting up the screen to Pirine. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Milage. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 40-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quez Watkins with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. And that makes it 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards.
49ers.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On play action. Now Garoppolo. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Catch there by Jamison Crowder. 78 catches, 833 yards, and 6 touchdowns in 2019. Operates very well out of the slot. One of the niftier receivers in the league.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Garoppolo. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 6 yards away. And the 49ers have retaken the lead.
So much of the 49ers' success last season was due to tight end George Kittle, the NFL's all-pro tight end in 2019. If you want to start a debate, ask the question, is he the best tight end in the game? Or is it Kansas City's Travis Kelce? Maybe they're 1A and 1B. In any event, Kittle had 107 catches last season, his second straight 1,000-yard season, and he's a threat anywhere on the field, especially as you get closer to the goal line.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Pirine. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a carry for Pirine. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Michael Pirine.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Darnold from the gun. Open man is Denzel Mims. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 right at the 40. Darnold, a quick throw out to Mims on the perimeter. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll run it here with P-Ryan. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now Darnold going deep here for Watkins. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Kalen Ballage, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's giving them a little jolt, just gave them the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. And some room to roam now. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
On the return, the Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Ballage again. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
And that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. James now to return it. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
28-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Raheem Mostert.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This one out quickly to Watkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. He's tackled at the 30.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
getting the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Balaj. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. And again this time to the tailback. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Darnold keeps it, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. 21. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the 49ers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on